Alright guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Matuizi. On this video, I'm teaching you guys 10 basic terminologies that beginners need to know before getting started trading today. The first one is Forex. What is the meaning of Forex? Forex means foreign exchange. It's a global market. It's the biggest market in the whole wide world. And in this market, all we do is trade currencies and currency pairs. Number two is currency pairs. What is a currency pair? A currency pair is the combination of two countries' currency. For example, you have Euro and CAD. Now, Euro is a currency used in Europe, while CAD means Canadian dollar. It's used in Canada, basically. Now, for it to be a currency pair, they have to go head to head, meaning Euro versus Canadian dollars. Now, what you should understand is that this currency pair actually shows us the relationship between these two currencies. Now, the economy of these two currencies will determine how their currency will perform when it is linked with another currency. If Euro is having a good time in the economy and Canadian dollars are having a bad time in the economy, it means that the currency pair Euro card is going to be on a bullish trend. Why? Because the European currency is stronger in strength compared to the Canadian currency. The same thing applies when it is USD JPY, US dollars versus Japanese yen. If US dollar is having a good time in the economy and Japanese yen is having a bad time in the economy, when I mean a bad time in the economy, I mean something like a natural disaster or like a insecurity, insurgency. They can trickle down the strength of an economy, thereby affecting the country's currency. Now, what you should know is once you have that kind of situation happening in a country, you should expect to see it having effect on the currency's chart. For example, the same Euro, the same US dollar versus Japanese yen. Once you can see such bad situations happening in Japan or in the countries that use Japanese yen, you start having those effects on the chart where USD is going to be buying more of Japanese yen, meaning US is going to get more strength than Japanese yen. That's the concept. Now, third thing you should know about the foreign exchange market as a beginner is what we call buy. It's either you call it a buy or you call it long. It's either you are longing or you are buying the market. Now, that buy or long means you are predicting that the market is going to increase in price. The currency pair is going to increase in price from a particular value that it is currently to another one in the future time that is higher than the initial one that you bought it from. That's as simple as you can get. For the alternative, you can talk about the sell option. Sell or short. You sell or you short. This means that the currency pair, you are predicting that it's going to go down in price. You get the concept now. For example, you are selling Euro USD. What you're trying to say is that Euro USD is going to reduce in strength, thereby the value on the chart is going to reduce from the particular point you enter. If you are selling at a particular point 1.200, if it's going to decrease, if you are selling and you're going to make money on that trade, it's going to decrease from that 1.200 to 1.8 something or 1.99. You get the point now. That's the concept of selling or shorting. Number 5 on the list is what we call a pip. What is a pip? A pip is the lowest or smallest movement of a price in the Forex market. The pip is the smallest movement of a price in the Forex market. For example, you have Euro USD and it's having a price at 1.2901. That 1.2901 is moving in either down 1 pips or up 1 pips. What we mean is that it's going to move from that 1.2901 to 1.2902. That is a movement of 1 pip. Now, 1.2900 is also a movement to the downside of 1 pip also. Now, either way, if it moves higher or it moves lower, you still count it in by pip count. For example, let's count it to the downside of about 5 pips. If you have it initially as 1.2901, then going down 5 pips is going to be 1.2896. 1.2896. Then going up 5 pips, it's going to be 1.2906. That is the concept about pip count. Number 6 is leverage. What is leverage? From the literal word, it means like helping out. That's like leverage, like an assistance. What you should understand by leverage is that a broker can borrow you money to take a trade when your money is not enough to actually take that trade. Leverage allows you to trade with more money than is in your account. For example, if you have a $100 account, because you have a leverage on that account, it will allow you to enter positions that $100 cannot really actually trade. For example, if you are on a 1 to 100 leverage and you are entering a position with $100, that means you are already trading with a trading power of $10,000. This leverage can be a good thing and also be a bad thing for your account. If you are a beginner trader, I don't advise you using so much leverage on your account. Why? Because as good as it sounds, it can also turn your account into shambles. For example, if you are trading with a high leverage, you can rack up your account so fast in a short time. Why? Because you have larger amount of money to play with than is in your account. But if you are not experienced with it, that's the same way you can lose your account so quickly. Number 7 is lot size. There are 3 types of lot sizes in Forex: standard lot size, the mini lot size, and the micro lot size. Standard lot size means that you are trading 100,000 units of a particular base currency, while the mini lot size means you are trading 10,000 units of a particular base currency. Then the micro lot size means you are trading 1,000 units of a particular base currency. How do you understand this better in the chart? The way I told you about pip count, that's how lot size can affect pip count. For example, if you are trading with a 10 pip stop loss and you are using a mini lot size, that is 0.1, using 10,000 units per base currency. It means that if that trade goes against you and moves in 10 pips, you'll be losing $10. But if you are using micro lot size and the trade goes against you with that same 10 pips, because you are using a 1,000 units of the base currency, you'll be losing $1. If you are using a standard lot size and the market moves that same 10 pips, it means you'll be losing or making $100 for that 10 pips movement on standard lot size. The next thing we'll talk about right now is stop loss. Number 8, stop losses. Now, what is a stop loss? A stop loss is that order you give your broker that tells them where to close your trade if you are wrong. The reason for this stop loss is very, 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 very important, because most of the time when you are trading, you might come out wrong with your analysis. And if you don't set a particular pending order that makes the broker knows that, okay, once you are wrong and it gets to this particular point, it closes your trade for you. The trade can keep going to the point where it clears out your whole account balance because you didn't set a stop loss order. The stop loss helps you minimize your losses and manage your accounts properly. It helps you reduce the amount of exposure that you are giving your account based on risk. What you should understand is that if you don't use a stop loss constantly or regularly, you are definitely going to be prone to a particular trade where you feel so attached to the trade that you feel this thing should not go against me this much, and it starts going against you that much, but you can't do anything about it than to feeling that it's going to reverse on you. But the stop loss order is going to help you immediately to close out that trade, whether you are feeling afraid or you are feeling hopeful that it will turn against your direction. Stop losses are very, very important part of the trading career, and as a beginner, you should start inculcating the habit of using stop losses in every trade you put in. I recommend that highly. Take profits. Number 9. Take profit is an order you give to your broker, telling them to close your trade when it gets to a particular region where you know that in your analysis, market shouldn't go beyond there. Or if it does go beyond there, you don't really mind. You are okay with the amount of money you have made. Take profits are important also in the trading market, because most of the time, beginner traders used to get lost in the euphoria of markets going the direction. Then they either close out too early or they hold it for too long. They keep battling between their fear and their greed. Sometimes you see a trade going in a direction and you feel so afraid and you feel you might not get your take profit and you close it out prematurely. While sometimes it might be going, it has passed your take profit and you feel that it will still go more, let me still hold it. And you start observing that it starts reversing on you immediately and go back to your stop loss or your break even. Now, take profits in that order when you give your broker to close the trade. At any point in time, it gets to that your analysis level that you know that is going to revert from. Number 10, risk to reward ratio. This is a very important part of trading under risk management, where you are basically using mathematical ratios to maximize the profit you are making when you are winning a trade and minimize the amount of loss you are making when you are losing a trade. For example, if you are willing to lose $60 on a trade, you should be making nothing less than $100 on that same trade. The 1 ratio 2 risk to reward ratio. Now, what you should understand is there's a particular amount of risk to reward ratio you should have to be profitable with your particular accuracy that you have. Let's say, for example, you are netting around a 50% accuracy or a 40% accuracy. For a 40% accuracy, you need to have at least a risk to reward ratio that is netting around 2.5 to 1 or 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. If you are netting anything below 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, you cannot be profitable on a 40% accuracy strategy. So you need to work on increasing your strategy to the point where it gets a higher accuracy, or you increase your risk to reward to the point where your low accuracy can survive you in the long run in the market. Now, with this 10 basic terminologies in the market, I believe that once you watch the video to this point, you'll be ready and able to trade the forex market better than the way you used to do it before. If you want to start trading with me today, I give out free signals to many of my subscribers on my channel. The link is in the description box. Click on it and join us today. Also, we still give out mentorship programs too. If you also want to trade with my broker, the link is also in the description box. You can click on it and sign up today. Thanks for watching the video to this point. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notification on this channel so you don't get to miss out on the videos I'll be dropping steady on this space.